Malachi. Malachi.
Oh, hi, welcome to Nightmare Flicks. I am Nate, you are you, and it is day 4 of 31 days of Halloween, and it is time that we did a little Stephen King. So we're going to look at the movie adaptation of Children of the Corn. I mentioned Stephen King off the top, and I have to say he did the hard work for the filmmakers because this premise is genius. So much about it works on multiple levels. For one, it's a very beautiful, kind of idyllic, rural setting, but that setting very quickly becomes very disarming and isolating as you're stuck out in the middle of a cornfield and just exposed to whatever evil walks beyond the rows and whatever these children are going to throw at you. And then the children, think about that. Think about the perversion of innocence here. These sweet little cherub-faced angels want to murder you, and they're taking all of their orders from another child who is at the foot of a demon. I mean, we're talking about religion here, we're talking about loss of innocence, all sorts of great themes within Children of the Corn. It makes sense why it'd be a fantastic read, but also a fantastic watch, and I think that's what this movie is. I think this movie has a pretty strong legacy, and it has deserved it. The opening is spectacular. I love that opening in the diner. I love the little child narrating everything. It's a nice little juxtaposition between that sweet, soft voice and then seeing adults just kind of choking over on the polluted coffee, or poisoned coffee I should say, and then kids just killing them, and it's vicious. It's not just quick like stabs to the throat. A man's hand is like lowered into the slicer. They are being mean and vicious far beyond the demon's orders. So it's a great opening, and it really sets a tone for the film. Of course, when the adults come through and they hit the poor kid trying to flee, that is an amazing scene, and it really kind of just grabs you and pulls you into this movie. And then the movie also has a fantastic climax. The final third of this movie is just an absolute ball for me. I love almost everything about it. So I guess what I'm telling you is just that little middle section, that's one of my 2 problems with the film. In the middle there, it kind of loses its speed. It kind of loses you as the viewer a little bit because it gets a little too slowed down. You don't actually feel the tension. You realize very quickly that nothing is going to happen to our 2 protagonists, at least not for a while. So all of the tension, it's not really there because you're not concerned. You realize that they still need to get to that cornfield. The old man at the shop, okay, you have him, but this movie needed more deaths right there in the middle of everything, because otherwise it just loses its own momentum, and that's unfortunate, because that first third, amazing. That final third, amazing. I just need a little bit better meat right there in my sandwich. Other thing, in that final third, let's be honest, the special effects, they are horrendous. And not just for modern times. I mean, they are laughably bad for modern times, and it's distracting how bad they are, and you're gonna have a good laugh when you see them. But that'd be bad even for the times, because I watch a lot of 80s movies, and few movies have special effects as poor as Children of the Corn. But that being said, I think the movie is still salvaged by its premise, by the acting of the children. I mean, Dreamcast for this movie, they had it. I mean, Isaac and Malachi, those 2 children antagonists, they are terrifying and creepy in very different ways. Isaac, he just feels like he gets under your skin. There's something not right about that boy. You totally believe that he is talking to a demon and that he is getting counsel from him. He's just creepy. It's in the eyes, it's in the way he speaks. The actor did a great job with his voice, his posture, good bit of physical acting, and then Malachi. Bravo to that actor, because Malachi is scarier than the demon to most people, I do believe. You really feel like he is just a psychopath. It's really interesting that you have 2 bad guys here, and they kind of start butting heads, and they have different agendas towards the end of the film. It adds another little wrinkle to this plot. So I'm saying there's a lot of good things here with Children of the Corn. I just need better special effects and more kills, or at least more drama going on in the middle of things. But Malachi and Isaac, they save it, they make it fantastic. And then of course, when Isaac comes out, he has that demon in him, and he's going, Malachi. You're like, oh Jesus. And the makeup there is great. That's what I'm saying. 2/3, 2 out of 3, it ain't bad. And I think that middle third, it's not so bad that it completely spoils everything. I still love Children of the Corn. And how about a remake, guys? Do you think this movie is set for a remake? I know a lot of people hate horror remakes, but I think this one, it's been enough time. I know they made one for like TV or a low budget one. I want a real one. I want one for like the silver screen. I want a feature film. I think Children of the Corn is ready for that. People always have an appetite for Stephen King, and this one has a great legacy, and I think it could come out way better than like the Pet Sematary remake did. So be sure to comment below if you would welcome a Children of the Corn remake. But there you go, guys. Those are my thoughts on Children of the Corn. I hope you enjoyed this video, but other than that, you have a fantastic day. I am Nate for Nate Netflix saying that's a wrap.